Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Today we are asking for a message or some important information that you need to hear about right now. So something that your spirit team, your angels, your guides are wanting to convey to you right now, a message from them. And then we'll also check out whether they have any information that they wish to discuss with you or share with you about the coming week, about the next 7 days. We have 3 beautiful cards to choose from, and actually today I'm going to be using entirely Native American cards. And this is actually because today, on the very day that I'm doing this reading and posting this, today is a Sunday, I always post a reading for an immediate message every Sunday. And thank you so much, all of you, for joining me, and thank you those of you who follow these weekly readings. I know some of you do that week in, week out. I am really honoured and humbled to read for you, truly. Thank you so much for your comments and the sharing of your journey. Welcome if you're new. Now, beautiful souls, as I said, in honour of the fact that I am actually going to be joining a seminar this evening that is being run by David Little Elk, and he will be talking about some of the Lakota traditions and Lakota animals, and in particular, I believe today, about the wolf. I have been following his work for quite some time. I think he is I love his videos. I think he's a very gifted speaker and shares a lot of really valuable information in such an amazingly grounded way. So because I'm joining that seminar this evening, I thought I would use all Native American cards today. And also I will put a link actually to his channel, and there is a video where he speaks about it. If you literally are checking these readings out, as I upload them first thing in the morning today on Sunday, the seminar is later today, so there may still be an opportunity for you to join it if you wish. I will certainly be there. I am really super excited to be doing this seminar. I have loved his content on YouTube, I really have. So that is why we're using all Native American cards today. So let me show you the cards in more detail and the rocks that we are using today as well, to help to enable you to tune into your intuition and see which reading. Sometimes it's readings that speak to you. You know, sometimes it will be one card, one rock or crystal or whatever I'm using. It could be a token or a rune or a charm. I may draw charms and runes in the readings. I'll just see what feels right. If it feels right to bring them in, I will, and if it doesn't, then I will leave them. Okay, so pile 1. This is your card. This is what it looks like. Now, these cards have a message on the reverse of them, and I'll read the message in the readings. So this is the card for pile 1. And pile 1 is sitting with a beautiful piece of natural pumice stone. It's really very light when I pick it up in comparison to the other rocks here. This is very lightweight because pumice stone actually is. It's not a heavy stone. So this is what it looks like. So that's for pile 1. Now pile 2, this is your card. This is the image of pile 2. And pile 2, you have the rock of Amazonite. This is a piece of raw Amazonite, really beautiful energy. I'm noticing that it goes particularly well with some of my nails. So this is Amazonite for pile 2. And then for pile 3, this is your card. This is for pile 3. And pile 3 is sitting with an obsidian Apache tear. I always see a lot of faces in my Apache tears. They have a very special energy and a very special story that comes with them. If it seems appropriate in the reading, I will share that story with you. But this is what it looks like. Okay, so that is pile 3. Now, beautiful souls, take your time if you need to. Sometimes you kind of know, even from the thumbnail, which of the readings is the one for you. But sometimes we need to just sit and take our time and get present and see whether, which of the cards, which of the rocks, the crystals are speaking. And as I said, I know for those of you that follow the readings, sometimes you really like the runes and the charms. I will be using them within the readings themselves. So my beautiful souls, take your time, press the pause button if you need even longer, and I'm going to leave the video running for a few moments longer for you anyway. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings, and thank you so much for being here. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. In a moment, I am going to read you what is on the reverse of this card. But first of all, let's draw your oracle cards. We are seeking an immediate message, something you need to hear right now. This is coming through. You have the eagle. Wow. Okay. This is your first card, and I'm really noticing how the pattern almost looks like a double-ended arrow. This is interesting. And this pumice stone is really singing for me, like it's like lightening something up, something being lifted. Maybe you are lifting. Let's find out more. Let's not say too much until we have discovered a bit more. All my relations, interconnectedness. We kindly ask for an immediate message for pile 1, please. What is it that pile 1 need to know about right now? I'm thinking it is this one on the top. That is what it feels like. Trickster energy. Okay. Lighten up. Sometimes when we get a trickster energy around us, the best way to deal with it is to laugh about it. Not to get bogged down in it. But to laugh about it, to rise above it, to see it through a different lens. Let's read the back of this card. So, legacy. The Mallory Commission. This is the East Point on the medicine wheel, yellow. Lover to lover and parent to child, we unite and live on throughout the ages, generation upon generation. What will your story be? Remember that you are part of an expansive human family. Haha, all my relations. This is so in alignment. Okay. Remember that you are part of an expansive human family, past, present, future, and all are traveling together on this boat named Earth. Though our journeys may be experienced differently, our destination, our home, is shared. Each journey is intertwined. You are at the beginning of a new cycle within your own story. Your parents have their own separate stories, and all 3 stories were agreed upon, predetermined, but still separate. You have responsibility, an expected path, but expectations can be broken. Your inner child has a chance to reframe an inherited pain. Negative genetics wither away in the joy of knowing with higher awareness and in new positive cycles. Okay. No wonder we have a double-ended arrow. I think that I'm kind of hearing like a double-edged sword. When we talk about something being a double-edged sword, it means that there is a negative side to it, but a positive. It's like a silver lining. Interconnectedness, trickster energy. I think there is something that you are navigating. And your immediate message, or the one that's coming through, we haven't drawn your tarot cards yet, so to be fair, there's going to be more. But I think the immediate message is to rise above. Look at this from the eagle's perspective. Rise above and look down on it. Don't be tangled in it. And also maybe you need to disentangle yourself. Perhaps there is a sense of like you have to do something and actually you don't. You can break a pattern, you can do it differently, you can empower yourself. Let's see what else we're being shown. Maybe you're taking something so seriously when you could I don't know whether you can laugh about it. Let's see what else we're shown. You have these two I'm definitely seeing, and this one, and this one, this one, this one. Isn't it interesting? They're all coming from the base of the pack. I think we need to get to the root of something, to the base of the matter here. And then maybe we take two from the top because we can rise above and view it. Let's see what our cards show. So you have the High Priestess. You have the Justice card. You then have the Knave of Wands. I think in this pack the Knave is the Page. But how interesting. Look at the butterflies coming from this person's head while they sleep. I was about to say, I think you can transform something, and then we get the Tower. Yeah, you can definitely, something can be turned around or shifted or moved here. Yeah, you have the Magician, absolutely. Right, whatever your situation, and this will be personal to you because that's what these readings are about, a personal message for you. Obviously, as a general reading, if it was a personal reading, we'd be diving into the exact circumstances, but this is a general reading. Reaching many people. There is something deeply, deeply relevant to you and you alone in your personal circumstances where you can do it differently. You can see it differently, and you have a choice. Okay. Now I think something with the Tower, it's almost like it has to change. This is the real key here. It's like it's coming to a head. Maybe you're just getting like really fed up with something, or you're needing to break free of someone, and breaking free doesn't mean that we're no longer connected. There's something about this connectedness here coming through your reading. Breaking free of a circumstance or a habitual pattern within relationships doesn't mean, this is not all or nothing actually. It doesn't mean we lose everything. I feel actually maybe there is something inherent in your kind of belief structure. This is very specific, so it may be a message for some and not all. But it's like there's something inherent in you whereby it feels like it's all or nothing. Like you daren't be yourself because you'll be completely rejected and cast out. This is a situation that's different. This is about you making that kind of choice to be yourself. And your reading is saying, look, you're still connected. You're still interconnected. This is like recognizing that you are on your path, other people are on their paths. We're all connected, but at the same time, you have a path to follow, and that path is unique to you. And I think somehow, and it even goes back to when you were a baby, literally when you were born. It's almost as though you were born into a world where a lot of expectations were placed on you with the Justice card here. Yeah, literally. But I think even as a child, you used to dream of like freedom or a different way or a different life. Literally, huge expectations. It reminds me of in my therapeutic practice, which was what I used to do full time for years and years and years. I met people who carried a legacy where they were born into certain circumstances and it kind of left an imprint. So for example, if someone was born into a world where somebody else had just died, and it was almost though, and we hear that saying, and it's very true, isn't it? Somebody passes and a new soul arrives. It's almost like, but it's seen as there is a great sadness, but then we have this great happiness. And that is absolutely true. But for the little baby, the happiness can feel quite weighted. It's almost like they have a responsibility to make everybody happy because they are born into this arena of loss. And that's not because necessarily the people in the family wanted them to carry this legacy even, but it's like as a child, as a tiny person, they took it on. And somehow within their persona, like woven into the very fabric of them, is this idea that they must always be the joker. Yeah, absolutely. This is coming through strongly. They must always be the joker. They must always keep everybody happy. But then there reaches a point in their life when they're always being the joker, always keeping everyone happy, of course, doesn't work anymore, because they're not attending to their own inner child. They're not attending to their own happiness. And in fact, sometimes, it's like it's becoming a weight, and the weight needs to be lifted. So, my beautiful pile ones, it is time to stop making everybody else happy and focus on what makes you happy. To do something differently. And I think the different something is actually about whatever will make you happy. And I do not believe in your situation that whatever you choose, whatever is making you happy, this was the base of the matter, getting to the root of it. It's just really coming through so strongly. Whatever you choose, it will not disconnect you from the people that you love. Actually, I think people will be delighted that you are choosing the pathway for you. I think there's a lot of perceptions here that feel as though, that there's a lot of perceptions that go way, way back to when you were teensy weensy. We have then the Three of Wands. Isn't it interesting, in the Three of Wands, we have like a rock here that looks just like the tower here. Looks like the rock that is the tower. And look at the arrow, sending forth. Right, set forth on your journey. We have the Nine of Swords. How interesting. Look at it. Looks for me like a very shamanic figure, but almost with the wings, it almost looks like, they actually almost look like the wings of a bat, even though that is not necessarily what's being depicted. And there's a mask, of course, but I think you need to take off the masks that you believed you had to wear. You have the Four of Cups. And again, we see a very, very interesting image. This is rising up. This is no longer, you need to not deny something. And then we have the Judgment. How interesting, you have Justice and Judgment. But look at the buffalo here. This is really, really time to be discerning and to evaluate and make the choice that is absolutely right for you. I'm going to ask about the week ahead, but this is so, so clear. There is some legacy you were born into, and it is time to change that story. You don't have to be what everybody expects you to be. It's time to rewrite the story and really, I think maybe literally to... it is about breaking the mold, really. Make with the Four of Chalices, it is about breaking free of something, doing something that's right for you. Set your course. Let's see how this pans out in the week. Your message is so clear. Your spirit guides are really saying to you, rise above this and recognize you have a choice. You can go in more than one direction here. You will not lose connections with people. Even here we have a little eagle. You will not lose your connections with people. I think, truly, if that is what you are fearful of, may we kindly ask for the week. Information about the week ahead is what we're asking for. These two cards have come through. May we kindly ask about the week ahead for my pile ones. Oh, and this one. Okay, we have. We have. First of all, the sun. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, fantastic. Then we have the Hanged Man. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, and look at the arrow being fired again. How amazing. And then we have the Six of Swords. Okay, it's time. I think there is an actual opportunity, a very real opportunity, excuse me, to move something forwards this week. Something that has been stuck. with the Two of Pentacles to literally move something forwards, to take an action, aim and fire. Rather than just thinking about it, it is absolutely time to dive into the steps that you need to take to initiate a direction that is right for you. This would be like, if I just think of some sort of random examples, just to give you a flavour of the energy. But this would be like if you were, let's say you were planning to go to college, and there are two different, and your family, the family expectation perhaps is that you would, I don't know, if they've all been lawyers, that you're going to, the family expectation is that you will go to college and to university and you'll study law because that's what's expected of you. And actually, and you've grown up in a world where you were born into a world where you really felt like you needed to keep everybody happy. But actually, in your heart of hearts, you want to be a poet, and you want to go and study poetry, or you want to be an artist, or you want to do something that is radically different, or some form of healing, or I don't know, whatever it is, but it's not what was expected. Well, it's time to make the choice and actually initiate the choices around the thing that really fires you up, the thing that makes you feel alive and passionate. It's time to stop trying to please everybody and actually have that conversation, with the Hanged Man. I think there is an opening in front of you right now for you to be able to take a step towards and to initiate the direction that you want to go in. And the direction that you want to go in is not about the direction anybody else thinks you should or shouldn't be doing. It's the one that's right for you. And I actually think that you will be truly surprised at how much support you get. I don't think this is going to be the end of the world. I think actually that people will say, oh wow, we always thought you were like so talented, your writing was so gifted, we were so surprised that you still wanted to, I don't know, follow the family business of law when you're clearly so talented or such an amazing artist, but we just never knew that that was what you really wanted to do. I think the whole situation is going to lighten up. I mean, she looks like she's just receiving a boat full of Christmas presents. Honestly, I think there is going to be such a favourable outcome, and it will be one of those opportunities to rewrite your story that has been, it's weighed so heavy on you for so long, and suddenly, actually, the whole thing is transformed, and you move. You can dive in and move to a very, very different, in a very different direction that is completely right for you, and leave behind this legacy of feeling as though you can never fully be yourself. I mean, that is the beautiful layer of soul growth here, as well as the fact that you get to follow a pathway that is truly right for you. So whatever this decision is, whatever this pathway, this is, whatever it is, it will be unique to you. I have just used one particular example to give you like a flavor of the energy, but actually the messages are so clear for you. Pile 1, if this is resonating with you, do give me the thumbs up and subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. Thank you all of you who have been signing up to my tarot course. It's amazing to be walking with you alongside your tarot journey. And thank you all of you who share, obviously all the things that you do to support the channel, and the fact that you also support one another. I do read your comments, and it is lovely to hear about your stories. So thank you so much, all of you, for being here and everything that you do to support me, the channel, and one another here in this Moon Magic family. Tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your readings. Let's draw your oracle cards first, and then your tarot cards, and see what your spirit guides want to tell you right now. What is it that they wish to communicate with you? Let's find out. In a moment I will read you the reverse of this card, because there is a message on the back. You have, you have card number 9, which, if I remember correctly, and I will check the book in just a moment, is to do with this beautiful vessel here. Now, also, this fish here, and I'm struggling to remember the name of it, but I'll check it in the book. This is like, I kind of want to say prehistoric. I don't think they have changed these fish for, you know, like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years. I think they have found fossils of this fish. And so I'm very curious, and it's diving deep down. Well, let's draw more cards. What else are we shown? I'm not going to jump in too quickly. Let's draw more cards and find out what is shown. This is definitely your card here. We have Summer Activation, card number 22. How interesting, it sits on the water, and this is diving in. We also have for you, my pile twos, Soul Retrieval. Okay, Reclamation. Maybe you need to dive deep, to set forth and dive deep to find something maybe, or retrieve something here. Let's read to you from the back of this card. So Illumination, there is something you need to see. You may need to dive deep to find it as well. So this is New Hope. This card, number 25, is it sits in the east of the medicine wheel. You enter this world with a birth cry, announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of this life with questions in search of answers. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates where you have been, where you are, and the infinite possibilities before you. The earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born. Joy is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women and the Great Mother in unison. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this deep blue pond often. It represents your emotions. Look at the deep blue water here and the summer energy here as well. How amazing. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this deep blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name the emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into its phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadow. Speak of it. Isn't that interesting? And Amazonite is such an energy of illumination, I always feel. It's also real strength that comes with this. Soul Retrieval is about refinding parts of ourselves, fragments of ourselves that have been lost along the way. Let me get that little book out and just read about this first before we draw your tarot cards. So card number 9. Card number 9, Sturgeon. That is the name of the fish, sturgeon. So it's not necessarily about this little pot at the bottom. But anyway, sturgeon. Wisdom. Some say that sturgeon lived alongside dinosaurs. That's right. Explaining their incredible resilience and ability to do what is necessary for survival. Sturgeon is therefore a symbol of liberty, individualism, and knowledge that is gained through time. Shown with sturgeon is the, I am right about this, is the Mongwikoro. I think that is, I'm saying it right, Mongwikoro, or ritual water jug. I did think it was relevant. With a pointed bottom that could be stuck in the ground. In ritual, the bearer had to perform complex movements and follow many preparatory rules in order to ensure the success of the ritual. This reflects sturgeons swimming upstream in order to ensure the continuation of the species. Message: listen to your soul and follow its wisdom, no matter how hard or nonsensical it seems. There is ancient wisdom that dwells in the heart that makes no sense to the mind. Keywords: wisdom, originality, pioneering spirit, breaking patterns, out-of-the-box thinking, desire to go against the current, strength, magical knowledge. The time, August, and the month, or a month of maturing. And this is summer, a month which is also a time of something maturing. Okay. I think you are reaching some kind of a maturation, a turning point. It's like it's time to set forth on a new phase of your life, to heal something as well, or to understand something. There's something you need to understand that takes you forth on in a new chapter, a new phase of your life. I do think there is a resilience. Maybe you have been very resilient, or you've had to develop resilience. Keep being drawn to the sun here on the cradle and the sun here above the canoe. Let's just see what else we are shown. May we kindly ask for more information. You have the Magician. Woo, it's time to empower yourself, my beautiful pile twos. I'm seeing this, this, and this. Also this one. And this one here. And this one, and that one too. And that one as well. And then this one last one here. What is the message you are being shown today? Ah, you have Father Sky. Beautiful. This is an additional card in this pack. You also have the Devil, which is a card of liberation. You then have the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful card of harvest. And this is something you need to bring in the harvest. We have the King as well. Queen and King together. Wow. Your reading is so interesting, pile 2. You have the Four of Swords, and you have a little beautiful little rat hiding in the harvest. What are you hiding? What have you been hiding away from? Knight of Swords. The High Priestess. This did come out in pile 1, actually. If you were drawn to pile 1, then maybe a message for you. So did this, the Sun as well. You have the Sun card. We have the Sun and the Sun here. The Four of Chalices. We have the Death card. And also the Knave of Wands. This also came out in pile 1. I'm just going to check and see whether the Knave is the Page or whether it is the Knight in this pack. Bear with me for just one moment. Yes, my dear pile 2, it is the Page, as I thought. Now, you have a dream, and for some reason, you have yet to bring it to fruition, or yet to really own it. With the King and Queen of Pentacles, you are absolutely being asked to, and the Knight of Swords, this is about being really decisive. It's like with the Four of Chalices, I almost want to say don't sit on your laurels. It's like, I actually think that you have a dream and you have something that you need to bring to fruition. Like you need to bring it to harvest, and it needs to be birthed into the world. Simply here, with this baby, there is something I think that you need to birth into the world. For some reason, you haven't been moving it forwards. Maybe you are procrastinating or dreaming about it, or even feeling like you've got writer's block if you're trying to bring a book forth. There is something here. And there's something you need to kind of let go of. I really feel like your reading is sort of saying, get out of your own way and come on, knuckle down and get to this. Because there's something inherent in the wisdom and knowledge of whatever it is that you're bringing forth that needs to be brought forth. I think the timing is right. With the Death card, transformation. You can do this. This is, with Father Sky. Father Sky is, a bit like the energy, it's the divine masculine. It's about fertility, in a masculine way, as opposed to like Mother Earth, where maybe if this was Mother Earth, we'd be saying, oh, we must gently nurture this and bring this forth in a gentle way, and there's a windy road ahead of you, and take your time. This is not saying that at all. This is saying dive in now. The timing, there is timing involved in this, and I think that is why the message is coming through for you right now. This is full of quite strong masculine, move it forwards now kind of energy. Don't be sitting on your laurels. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own head. If you're in your head and your head is saying this will not work, then, remove that saying. Soul retrieval, that there is something for you to retrieve as well, to dive back into. It may be that some of you have shelved a project, put it to one side, or a dream that you had. Maybe you put a dream to one side and you thought, maybe you thought I'm dreaming too big, or this will never work. For some of you, maybe you did genuinely think this is too big a dream, so I'm going to put it to one side. It's this is not in the cards for me. This is saying it is in the cards for you. And actually, your spirit team, your spirit guides are saying to you today, please take action. Resurrect this. Pick it up, get the book out of the drawer or the vision board, create a new vision board. There is something you are meant to bring forth to harvest. And the timing is right now. You are meant to birth it. We have the baby showing up in the High Priestess and this beautiful baby here. But that in the imagery, the thing that I was drawn to the most was the sun and the sun and the sun. You are absolutely meant to bring this forth. And also your reading has another layer of a message, which is like guidance to assist you, which is get into a ritual, get into a pattern and a ritual. If you think of a habit, the devil speaks about habits. Sometimes it can refer to addictions. And, an addiction, in a way, if we want to break an addiction, a good way of helping to break an addiction is to create a different habit, to create a different addiction. So instead of, reaching for something that's not healthy, you reach for something that is healthy, but you re-educate yourself somehow. You dive into something else. And I feel like there is a message here about ritual, habit. Like if you're doing a day job and you're still trying to, and you have this big dream and you think, how will I ever do it? Get into a habit. Set aside a certain amount of time every day. Maybe in your lunch break, instead of just eating, you sit down and you take yourself off somewhere quietly, and you of course you eat and you rest, but maybe you spend also half an hour of writing or something, or bringing your focus in. This is speaking of ritual, habit, diving in, breaking a cycle. And I don't think the cycle is like a family, an inherited type of cycle, although that could be true for some of you. It feels more like an everyday habit, like breaking out of the routine of feeling like you can't and getting into a mindset of you can. Maybe having affirmations around you that you use to hold that positivity, to hold that vision. Create a vision board. You are literally, Spirit is saying to you, your spirit team is really saying to you, now is the time to take action and to break out of the mold as well. If you feel that if you have been feeling like you have to do it one way, you can break out of the mold and do it your way. But I think this is about a bigger dream that you need to resurrect. For many of you, you need to re-find it, reclaim it. If there is anything that you feel you are talking yourself out of, this is the time to talk yourself into rather than out of. And this is your message, whatever this is for you. Let's check out the week ahead. May we kindly get some additional guidance or information about the next 7 days for my pile too, please. May we kindly ask for guidance. Let us see what we have for the next 7 days, what's showing up for you. Straighten your cards out. Okay, you have the King of Wands. Wowza, wowza, wow. I mean, this is like... this is the energy of creative success, taking charge, taking action, doing it. And look at this beautiful white buffalo and a sacred pipe. This is absolutely a time to take action this week. 4 of Wands, make a commitment. This is a time of celebration. I think if you make a commitment, you will be very, very surprised at how quickly you re-engage with this. It may even be that this reading is just here to give you the nudge that you needed to kind of reopen that door, reopen that box. Make that commitment. I think you're going to find this really happens very, very quickly. We have the Ten of Swords. So I think very interestingly, perhaps patterns that have been in the way, you'd be surprised how quickly you can put them down. If you have had negativity in your mind, you'll be surprised how quickly that dissipates and disappears. Then we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, beautiful energy. The Ten of Cups and the card of Strength. Isn't that stunning? Look at this, feeding the wolf. This is like the hungry wolf. I think deep inside of you, you have a hunger for this dream. You have hungered for it. You have wanted it. This is all about timing. Now is the time to pick this up, resurrect it. It needs to be birthed into the world. It needs to be brought to harvest. If you've put it to one side, pick it up and get started. This is absolutely the time to climb to the tallest tree. I feel like the timing is perfect. It may be that there are planetary alignments going on right now. Literally the stars aligning for you. That means this is the time to dive back into this. I think this is a week when you will be amazed how much you will achieve and how quickly this will flow and how it will almost fuel your hunger to make this, to want to bring this forth. You pick it up. If you had writer's block, let's just use that as an example, but it's just an example of the energy. Honestly, I think you will pick this up. You can run with it and you'll be amazed. It will be like you'll barely be able, you'll pick it up, you'll start to write and you will barely be able to put it down. You'll be itching for every hour, every moment when you'll be at your normal day job with a pen and paper and ideas just keep coming and you keep writing them down on the pen and paper with your pen and paper next to you and just all these ideas coming forth. I think this is really going to happen for you and it's really going to flow. And this is really about giving you an almighty nudge and saying, come on, dive into this and go for it. Pick up those pieces, run with this. The timing is perfect. Pile 2, if this is resonating with you, do give me the thumbs up. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing the channel with other people. Thank you for sharing your stories as well in the comments. I do read your comments and I really, really love to hear how things are moving on in your worlds. Thank you all of you as well who've been jumping on board my tarot course. It's amazing to be walking with you as a part of your tarot journey. And beautiful souls, just thank you so much in every possible way for being here. If you want to make sure you never miss a reading, please subscribe and press the little bell icon. Pile 2, have an extremely amazing and productive week. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Now this card has a message on the back which I will read in a moment, but right now let's draw your oracle cards. You have the card of, I think this is like a shield actually. I will check that in just a moment. How interesting. Let's check. We have a shield. We have spring, new beginnings. How interesting that we kind of almost have yet another shield type of image, another circular image. I wonder if something is going full circle. This also looks a bit like, I mean, it could even be a painted drum. And so could this. And we have a drum here in the image. What else is being shown to us for my pile 3? What message needs to be heard right now? What message is coming through? And then we have upper world picture, but look at the circle. I feel something has come full circle for you, my beautiful souls. Let's read the message on the back of this card, and then we will continue. So this is the card of care. Echoes of the heart, and it connects to the west point on the medicine wheel, hence the colour black. Wrap an invisible cloak of love around you and share your kind words with all. Take care in the words that you speak and choose, for they build your body and your life form. Feel the gentle wind that works your words of love to shape your life into beauty. All cultures and faiths speak of angels, messengers, guiding spirits, all subservient to the Creator. These voices are heard in your thoughts, but manifest most profoundly in your heart. That is so beautiful. And we have the black obsidian tear, which is connected to endings, to loss, and also to protection. Has something come a full circle in your life? Is it time to move on from something, I wonder? Upper world, future, time to look to the future. You have spring, new beginnings, absolutely. I think it's time to look ahead, not back. I think that might be the first message that comes through. Let me draw more cards. Let's draw your tarot cards. May we kindly ask for a message for pile 3, please, for my wonderful pile 3s. I'm saying these and this one. Yes, this one, this one, this one. I'm seeing this one as well. And this one. Okay, it's time to look ahead, not back. That I'm really seeing. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords, which is a card sometimes of heartbreak, but actually the joy of this card, and it is a joy, is that it's kind of spring is here again. Even though somebody is heartbroken, it's time to move forwards. It's time to end the hurt and end the pain and move beyond something. We then have the Knight of Pentacles. Wonderful. So this is, I want to say slow and steady wins the race, really, with the Knight of Pentacles energy. We have the Sun. It's time for you to rise again, following something. We have the 2 of Wands. And we see these beautiful masks, sacred masks, ceremonial masks. Another 2, wow. We have the 2 of Swords. We then have, and look at this medicine wheel showing up again, how amazing, the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Hermit card. Now your message is becoming very, very clear. We have the Hermit card and we have the Strength card as well. I feel like there is one more card to come through for you here. So let's draw it. Okay, this is so, so clear. This is so, so clear. I now understand what this is about. Your message is coming through very clearly. May we kindly ask for one more card, and there it is, just flying out for you. This is beautiful. Father Sky. Wonderful. So Father Sky is about taking direct action as opposed to Mother Earth, which would be what I would call more nurturing action. It's actually time for you to make a decision, especially Father Sky and the Sun both showing up. A something in your life has come to an end. It's reached its natural completion. It's like the end of a cycle. You are in a space where the timing is right for a new beginning, my beautiful pile 3, and you are being asked to move forwards and embrace the new beginning. Don't be conflicted about it. Literally, just choose the new beginning. The wheel is turning. I think for many of you, this connects to some form of relationship, perhaps to a broken heart. It's no longer appropriate for you to be alone. If this is connected to a different kind of relationship, like a working alliance, if you've been working on your own, then it's no longer time for you to work on your own. You should be collaborating with other people. If you've been in isolation for whatever reason, it's now time to reach out and find the right community to be with. This is a time when you should now be collaborating. You need to move from, a space of perhaps rest, retreat, maybe even recovery. Whatever this is for you, it's time to move forwards and embrace a new beginning and look to the future, to look ahead, to be forward thinking. This is really, really, really clear. It's absolutely time, and I think you're meant to take action as well, with the 2 of Wands here and the Sun and, the Strength card as well. I think it's taken quite a lot for you. I think you've needed to retreat, or you've needed to take time out for some reason, or indeed some of you could even have been processing some form of loss or bereavement, but this is now time for you to sort of like resurface and come back into the world fully again. If you were brokenhearted, it's time for you to embrace love and be open to embracing love again. You know, it is really, really now time to feed and fuel the future rather than the past. If you've been dwelling on anything in your mind that has been holding you back, it's time to completely let go of it and look to the future. Keep your eyes focused on the future ahead and the future that you wish to bring for yourself. Just make sure that camera is properly focused for you. I think this is a major turning point. It really, really is. Absolutely a major turning point. I'm actually just going to read to you from this card. Let's just check this out. We have the card of 27. Here we are. The medicine wheel. So I was seeing it as a shield, but it is in fact the medicine wheel. The wheel is turning. We have the astrological wheel here. We have another wheel here, sitting here. It is just, the wheel is turning. It is time for you to move forwards. It really, really is. The medicine wheel is a deceptively simple symbol representing everything humans need to know about balance and connection with both earth and spirit. It is divided into 4 quarters representing the directions and the seasons, along with many other associations. Also included are the 3 directions representing Father Sky, Mother Earth and the sacred tree. In the image, we also see a medicine bag which contains amulets chosen to cure or rebalance the energy of someone who is ill. Objects may include stones, roots, berries, coins, beads, and other small items. With honest self-assessment, you can determine the medicine you need in order to achieve well-being. Keywords: equilibrium, recovery, transformation, completeness, healing, connection. Time as well is Sunday, which is today. How fascinating. So today is the day to make a decision and to recognise that this is a turning point, and it is now time for you to look ahead, to put down the past and move forwards. I'm going to ask about the week ahead because I'm incredibly intrigued as to whether there is something, especially if today, the day is Sunday, whether something shows up today beyond this. You know, the wheel is turning. Beyond this reading, what else might be showing up in your world that might be indicating to you that it is now time for you to rise, come out of recovery, refocus, realign, and move forwards? The Apache Tear is about grief and loss, but also about protection. It's time to move forwards. It is absolutely time to move on from something. May we kindly request information about the coming week? I want to see what opportunities might be around you. You have the card of justice. The timing is right for you to move forwards. It really, really is. Justice will be served, I'm hearing. I think something's coming to you. We also have the card of the devil. Okay. Right, you do need to let go of something. You also need to own what you really desire. We have the King of Pentacles. This is super nice. This can indicate someone coming into your world. We have the 3 of Wands, and this is a go for it card. It's a turning point. And we have the 10 of Wands. Okay. How interesting. The 10 of Wands, you know, in its sort of archetypal energy, is a card that says we're carrying too much responsibility. Perhaps you have taken more responsibility than is really yours in a situation, and it's time for you to move forwards, to let go of the past, to move on, to look ahead. Ultimately, the higher vibration of this card is that it tells you that it's time to let go of something, the burden of something, and to move on. It's time to liberate yourself from something. So the card of the devil is liberating yourself from something and moving on from it, though it can also be an ownership of what you really desire. The timing is right with justice. I almost feel this is divine timing. The wheel is turning. I think this week, because our first card is justice, like almost like right here and right now, I think an opportunity may present itself that enables you to actually genuinely move forwards and liberate yourself from something, to embrace the new. So whether this is liberating yourself from the grieving process, perhaps there's an opportunity, somebody reaches out to you. The King of Pentacles is an energy where somebody has like the Midas touch. So it could be some resources come to you, but it could be a person. It could be assistance. It could be help. I do think that this is, just looking at the Hermit card as well here, it's really coming through for me for a moment. If you've been really feeling like a lone wolf, unable to, whatever your circumstances, if you've really been feeling like a lone wolf, I think someone is coming in. The King of Pentacles sits above the Hermit. I think someone is coming in to help to guide you into the new, to help you to embrace the new. And I think the timing is really, I'm just going to say now. Now, when I say now, that could be literally right now today, or it could be in the energy around you over the next week or so. Look at that shaft of light coming in. Isn't that amazing? It's like literally the pathway will be lit up for you. Your world is changing. And I think an opportunity is to literally, someone will come along and light the way. And I do think you will need to take action. You'll have to kind of have the courage of your convictions, own what you really desire, move something forwards. But I do feel it is time for you to cease to be a kind of a lone wolf in some way, shape or form. The wheel is turning. A period of time is, it could even be an inner thinking pattern, but I think for many of you, it's a genuine sort of circumstance or situation around you where you've ended up feeling locked in, or you've needed to process something like a bereavement, for example. Something or someone is coming into your world, I think, this week. And I think it's really, really here and now. Literally, it could be today. And they are going to open a doorway for you to move forwards. And everything in your reading is saying, go for it. Your spirit team, your guides could not be clearer, pile 3. It's time to complete one kind of chapter, but it connects in some way to some sense of hurt or isolation or recovery. If you've been having health issues, then somebody comes along and it's like somebody offering you a free membership to a gym, and you just deciding that you're going to go for it, you'll take it. Or someone saying to you, look, I'll be your jogging buddy, or let's do this together. There's something here of support. Likewise, I guess it could be love. If you've had a broken heart, perhaps someone catches your fancy or approaches you. But whatever is going on for you in a personal way that has felt like a kind of quite a longer term burden or something, or there's something to free yourself from, it is absolutely 1,000% the right time to be looking ahead and not back. And somebody could offer you a new job if you've been struggling financially, whatever it is. It's really now. If it literally isn't today, on Sunday, the energy is around you. And I think this week, this is what we're being shown here. You can actually take an action and move something forwards in a really, really exciting way. Pile 3, this is your reading. And I'm thrilled for you, really thrilled. Beautiful souls, if this is resonating, do give me the thumbs up. And if you would like to never miss a reading, please subscribe and press the little bell icon. Thank you, all of you who have jumped on board my tarot course and are, I'm just honoured and thrilled and really humbled that you've chosen to allow me to walk alongside you for a part of your tarot journey, which I hope is also creating a new pathway for many. Beautiful souls, just thank you so, so much for being here. And thank you for your comments and sharing your stories. It's really, really wonderful to hear what is happening in your worlds. Tons and tons of love, Pile 3.